to the 2A Street.
Two-way street.
I've got Abe over there across the table from me.
What's good, everybody?
It's the way that it always goes down on these fine mornings that we have over there. Abe and I have had a little bit of a break. It was unintentional. We've both been pretty busy.
Yeah.
But we finally got a chance to get back together.
No doubt, no doubt.
You're looking good, but see, you're still working. You got a regular shirt over top of your working shirt.
You know how we do it, man. We got to hustle, though. You know what I'm saying? You got to hustle.
That's the problem, right? Is everybody's too busy, and we got to find a way to make those priorities
100.
a little bit better.
100. If you want it, you got to go get it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
sure.
Ain't no excuses up in this
For
shit.
sure. Hey, I got an interesting post off of Instagram.
Yeah.
We got a new set of followers from a group called Leader Treks. I believe they're out of Illinois. I'll have to double check. Sorry, guys. But it's definitely a youth resource that you want to check out. They got a whole bunch of discipling type programs.
All right.
There was one that really caught my eye though, and it takes you from one of your junior high students all the way up into adult volunteering. It's a 6-year program that you put one of your kids on, man. So it's interesting. So a shout out to Leader Treks. I'll post their information down there. But man, they got a good resource going on. They got little conferences and stuff happening. So maybe we'll find a way to get our guys down there one day.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all fellas, man, out here.
Yeah, so it was interesting on that is that as I was reading through the different resources, we as leaders are always talking about, this is what we do to our kids, this is how we lead them. But it got me thinking, how do we follow? Right? Because it's hard for us to be good leaders unless we know how to follow others appropriately as well. So I wanted to ask you, what's your style of following? Do you chase somebody's vision and then try and make it best for that? Do you specifically just follow direction? Do you find out how you can make it part of what you want? Have you ever considered that on how to make what makes you a good follower?
You see that right there is straight up. I like that right there. This, a lot of leaders out here in this. Well, let me talk about myself.
All right.
I follow people that I know have a vision. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna follow their vision. I got my own vision. And I'm just trying to figure out how I can maneuver my own vision through their own things because they've been through it. You know what I mean? A lot of kids out here, they've been hungry for a long time and they've been successful. So it's better to follow people that have been hungry and now they've got that $1 million check coming out on a monthly. You know what I'm saying? Because they've done something right. You know what I mean? But a lot of people, what we see is that they don't follow nobody. They figure that they got it all. You know what I'm saying? And this is the downfall of a lot of people. You got to be humble enough to know to say that there's people that know better than you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when they know better than you, then you follow that and that model, so to speak, and then you just build your own from that.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because like the example that you just gave right here is that the people that got a good model that they got. You know what I'm saying? And I would like to be a part of that.
Yeah.
You feel me? And then learn what it is that I got to learn and then make my own thing going.
Right. No, that actually totally makes sense. And that's the thing is that's why it became kind of this one really profound question. Was because for me, I started saying, well, wait a minute. Am I following this pastor over here? Am I following this website over here? Am I doing this over here because I'm helping them or because I'm helping me?
Right.
And I started to go, whoa, wait a minute here. and I wasn't feeling the selfish by means of me. But a lot of it was, can I follow somebody's vision without making it my own? Or when I am following somebody's vision, am I just kind of keeping them close enough until I, decide that their vision is not my vision? Know? And I started rolling on that, and I actually don't expect a whole lot of what you really want to say compared to what you should say out of this one. Well, because we get ourselves in that all the time.
Yeah.
As I mean, the both of us are kind of natural leaders, and we grab other leaders, and we all start just running. Things get done. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
But then you start to wonder on how are we developing that for ourselves. I mean, even for the good God that we believe in, he's got a vision. And it's actually pretty simple.
Yeah.
But I know that I'm not going A to Z on that vision. I'm kind of detouring around, making sure, am I having a good time on the way? Is that part of the vision though? You know, is part of the people around me? Is that part of the vision? You know, so that's the thing is that I know that I didn't prep you on this one, so I don't really expect the whole. But it's a great question.
It's a great one right here because here's the thing, right? In following people, you gotta be careful not to concentrate on their vision so much that you are actually building their vision. Mm-hmm. You feel me? It's good to see that this person has a vision, and I'm gonna follow that person right there. But at the same time, you gotta build your own vision. Yeah. Build your own dream. Don't get too lost in following somebody that you become like that person. Mm-hmm. You see a lot of people out here in the streets that they follow. You can tell which organization they belong to because of the way they dress, for example, because of the way they do their mannerisms and stuff. You know that, okay, you know, they're following this guy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But if you are comfortable with who you are, and you're figuring out who you are, at the same time, you won't lose yourself. Mm-hmm. You feel me? But a lot of times we lose ourselves because we just get so immersed in that person's vision. Yeah. And that's their own vision though. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You start liking what they like, you start following the things that they follow and disliking the things that they dislike. Mm-hmm. But nah, you know what I'm saying? It's even in marriage. You know what I'm saying? If you're a good husband, a good leader in your marriage, you allow your spouse to be their self. You don't want them to like the same things, like saying, I drink Coca-Cola, so you're going to drink Coke.
Oh, that happened. Legit, that happened. I have to not drink Pepsi, man. Legit.
But you still got to be yourself in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Because if you ain't yourself, you're going to resent yourself, or you're going to resent the other person, because you're like, man, I used to like that and I ain't doing that no more. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I used to do that day before I seen you, you know what I mean? And I ain't doing that no more. And you resent our leaders, you know what I'm saying, because of the same thing that, you know, you pushed your vision on me, and then I lost my vision in the process.
Interesting.
You feel me? So you got it, and this is why a lot of times people get hurt in organizations, is that they just grab their leader's vision. So then when the leader says something, it trips you out real quick. Yeah. Like, man, nah, dog, you know what I'm saying? No, you gotta still be yourself.
Yeah, because leadership is a mutual thing. You
100.
Both, as leaders, need to understand that you're both there for a purpose.
100.
So, on that then, a lot of the circles that we run within, the vision is the same. We're going to try and make these kids the best kids that they can be in the future. So when you end up having a conflict, that you understand the vision is there, but maybe it's disorganized or doesn't quite do it the way that you know, it's kind of an 80% compared to the way that you would do it. Mm-hmm. How do you take the input from that and kind of continue to run? Do you back off? Do you let that guy run with it and then jump in on the opportunities where you want to be in there? Do you pull your own thing to the side? Do you just bail? You know, are you a carrot and stick kind of guy where you see it and you're, maybe, but only when it's right? Or do you need that leader to turn around and say, listen, this might not be the way that you want to do it, but that's the way we're doing it here and you're with me. So, you know, carrot or stick, what's your following style?
First of all, a leader who is a dictator is a poor leader. Mm. You gotta allow your people to come against the things that you think that are right. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be confident enough that, you know, people are gonna come and they're not gonna like my leadership style, and they're gonna stick around too. Yep. You feel me? People that don't like you are the ones that are gonna stick around the most. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta be careful now to say, just because you don't see the things that I'm saying to you, and just because you don't agree with them, I'm not gonna just come through and say, this is how it's going to be and stuff like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's a time and a place for everything. But when you are pushing people away because they don't see your vision, man, you're a dumb leader. Yep. You're a stupid leader. We don't want you around in the streets. We're going to beat you up. You know what I'm saying? But we want people that, a leader, if somebody comes through to me and say, hey, Abe, you know, this is what my vision is and stuff like that, I'm going to help you build. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If I don't see it, if I don't believe it 100%, I don't believe everything that everybody's doing 100%. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But if I don't believe it 100%, I'm still gonna be there for you and with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you my input because you're not paying me. You know what I'm saying? I can speak however I feel. It's different if I'm on a payroll. You know what I'm saying? If I'm on payroll, usually people are gonna be a little bit, like, yeah, I can't say this, I can't say that. But I'm gonna speak my mind though. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't die in my heart when I know that I got something inside of me that needs to come out. I'm gonna speak it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I might help that leader right there, by speaking the truth that rather than just walking away. You know what I mean?
So is our job here going to be to teach people to be leaders or teach them to be better followers?
You got to be a follower first.
Okay.
To be a leader, you got to be a follower. You know what I mean? And there is so many things out there, so many resources out there that we can search out for. If you don't want to follow a person, read a book. You know what I mean? And read yourself before you can lead anybody. A lot of people are falling off the tracks because they never followed anybody. They never did. They never discipled
They
properly.
might have the charisma and the charm to be a leader, but with no direction, no internal,
100.
no idea of what it was like to be in that
100.
spot. Yeah, okay.
You gotta sit down under somebody. Let that person teach you 100%. You know what I'm saying? There are certain things that you would never learn from a book. Certain things that you would never learn in a classroom.
Yeah.
They're gonna be practical.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is how we do the school system.
100.
Right? When you're going out to be a trade, you spend a certain amount of time in the
Come on
theory
now.
of it,
Yeah.
and then you have to go out and get a certain amount of hours doing that
Straight
job.
up,
Right? Could you
though.
imagine being on an airplane where the pilot has only done simulations? You know, that first trip where he's got a full stack of people in the back trying to do that? I mean, maybe it happens.
I ain't going on that flight.
Yeah, but that's why they got two pilots up there, right? So that's the thing is that, how do we go about teaching people to be good followers first? We got to be good leaders in order to do that. They got to be good followers. They got to be willing. They got to understand that there's a certain amount of time that you got to put in to be a good follower first. It's just following has such a stigma attached to it.
It does.
Except for in the church. That's such a good thing. If you're a follower, that's the best thing you could be. But out on the street, I don't report to nobody.
Right.
I'm my own person. I
Right.
don't need anybody else. So there's this kind of, I don't know why this word always pops into my vocabulary, dichotomy. I don't even know if I know what it means properly, but I hear it all the time when there's a conflict. It's dichotomy. But there's always conflict in there because you got to be a good follower before you can be a good leader.
Yep.
We got to teach people to be good followers, but you can't say it that way because you don't want to say you're subservient to me.
Yeah.
You don't want to even advise them that that's where they are, even though they know that they are, even though people see that that's what they are to you.
100,
So how do you teach people to be better followers without necessarily insulting the process? I mean, kids are a great example. Like really little kids, 8 years younger, 10 years younger, great kids on how to be great followers. They trust you, they believe the things that you say, and that's where you need to be a good leader. Even if you don't know fully the big goal, you kind of coach them along. Don't touch hot stuff. Don't eat yellow snow. Those kind of things are good. But there's a certain age where, 13 is when they got it all. They got it all figured out. But I mean, that's where we mostly rotate within and out.
Yeah.
In our circle in the community here is kind of that age where they're transitioning from having enough ground underneath them to be able to start walking on their own, but not quite at the level where you can sit there and say, you know what, you go ahead and you take the whole youth group and walk along with that. So there's still going to be that 6-10 year period before they finally have all the resources they need to be that.
Yeah.
How do we help them be the better follower to calm their energies and their verbal? I mean, we've even used this before. For those that are watching on 360, we got Sammy over there in the corner.
What do you do
but,
with it?
But we've talked about it before. What do you do with those troublemakers? You don't really want to escalate them straight up into leadership.
No.
They want the attention so they can thrive within it, but you still got to equip them up there.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you're just going to look like a really bad leader for putting them in a position to fail. They're naturally going to fail. So we need to find a way to grab all the kids, not just those troublemaking ones, and say, these are the resources that you need, without giving them so much that they're just going to go hang themselves. You know what I mean? So making better followers.
Making better followers, that's where you got to be like a child. You know what I'm saying? Because you brought out a good idea, right? A point right there from 8 on down. You know what I'm saying? They're children, And if you're like a child, then you listen better. You wanna excel. You wanna do things. You wanna learn. You know what I mean? But then when you get into your teens, you're like, we don't. And that's what a lot of these pastors, managers, presidents and stuff, they're teenagers. They might be in their 40s and their 50s. They're teenagers. You know what I'm saying?
I like this. I got it.
Because they feel like they know it all. So the moment that you come through and say, hey, have you ever thought about it this way right here? They ain't want to hear you. You know what I mean? But the person that has it all, it's got to be the least of all. You know what I'm saying? Because you're still going to learn. You want to learn more. You want to intake it. How can I start the next company? How can I make the next million? Let me listen to the people that are hungry out in the streets. When Beyonce is doing an album, her people go into different clubs and stuff. Listen to the people that are coming up, because they're the ones that got the new style. You feel what I'm saying? And then they go back to the drawing board and they do what they got to do. You feel what I'm saying? And so it's the same thing. You know what I mean? When you're a leader, you got to go back to the basic. Forget it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell me this right here, that just because you're comfortable now, you forget in your past. Remember where you're coming from. Remember exactly where you're coming from, because you will always be hungry. You will always want to do things different. You know what I'm saying? But once you get comfortable as a leader, you know, you'll never grow. So whatever it is, wherever you is, you're comfortable with it. If it's 100 people, you're like, man, we're full. You know what I'm saying? We're good. You feel me? No, you ain't done nothing yet. What was the last time you had a proper growth in your organization? You know what I'm saying? When was the last time you actually had people coming in to say, I appreciate your service, man, and I'm going to bring more people with me? You know what I'm saying? And this is where it's at right here. There's a brew house up in the streets right here, in Thursday right here. And they do a really good job of bringing people in. You know what I'm saying?
Which one is that you're talking about? Is that the which one?
Thumbprint. The thumb.
The thumbprint. The craft beer market. Actually,
it's a new situation in Erdrich. You know, and they do a really good job of bringing people in. You feel me? And they make you feel real good when you get in there right there.
It's very open atmosphere. Easy to find things for sure. And you know what's interesting is that you mentioned that there. Is that they actually teamed up with a local organization. There's a group called Airdrie Dads here. It's about 2,500 members. And they actually teamed up with Thumbprint and made a special exclusive brew, right? So that one was just for this group of guys, and then they sold them, and then they took that money and donated it to charities and stuff like that. So, I mean, you're right, man. This place is making moves out there.
Making moves.
And here we go again, talking about, you know, alcohol, one of those things that's on the borderline. But yeah, when you see something like that, there's no problem with buying it. I went out and bought 6. I don't even drink beer. I went out and bought 6, right? Because it's a good cause.
It's a good cause, you know what I'm saying? And when you look at that right there, this is a new organization, and we got old organizations in the same city, and they ain't doing nothing. They're comfortable. You know what I'm saying? The leaders are so comfortable. You feel me? And once you take away a paycheck, kids they're gonna get what? They
get hungry again all of a sudden.
Exactly. You're threatening about taking the paycheck away, then they're gonna start to come up with ideas. But as long as that money's still coming in, they're gonna get comfortable and they ain't never gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem with a lot of organizations in the city and all around. You know what I mean? We gotta get to a place where we understand that as a leader, I'm gonna continue on lead. I'm gonna have to learn as much as I can, and learning is gonna come from the people that are underneath you. You know what I'm saying? And when they when they learn and when they feel like, yo, man, I'm being honored, the people like around here in this organization, they appreciate my my voice and stuff. You want to look for more stuff to make this organization better. But if everybody's up in here and the moment that you raise up your voice, you feel like, man, it ain't going nowhere, you ain't want to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's the fault of a lot of these leaders out here, is that they're not following nobody. Who is there to correct them when they're wrong? Who's there to talk to them and say, dog, you know, listen, look at it this way right here. Nobody, because they are the top. That's it right here. I'm the top leader. I'm the one. It's right here. These are my people. Who are, they're not your people.
You know, we've talked about that before. This might be just a +1 to what we've already talked. Is you and I both like to be in a room with people that are smarter than us. Not necessarily in the discipline that we roll, but just that are smarter in other things in general.
100,
So it makes you wonder, though, is that on that, we don't necessarily want to be around people that have all the same vision as us. We want that conflict, but to be humble and controlled enough emotionally to be able to not start a fight over the difference in opinions on that. And maybe that's one thing that we missed in that discussion that we had about, you know, don't be the smartest guy in the room, but also, you know, don't be the only guy in a room with the same vision as everybody else in the room. You know, let's try not to share... maybe not, maybe vision's the wrong word. Because I mean, we all are trying to get somewhere, one goal, be it money, be it wealth, be it, heaven, that kind of thing. But we got to make sure that we understand that other people's perspectives still tie into teaching us. That's the following part of it, and then we got to feed off of that in order to adjust on how we're going to get there with the vision and all that.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things that some leaders don't understand is, I'm not saying that your vision isn't good, but I'd like to have a dialogue with you on how to get there, and having us both work together instead of everybody just channeling through the single point of, you know what I mean, or something like that.
100,
and that's part of being a good follower, is because we will always have a person that either by title, by charm, by anything like that is going to be the designated head, the person that everything's supposed to filter through. But that's a corporate structure,
right?
Let's say everything goes through that guy because it leads up through to their top executives. But what's actually happening on the ground level should be a multifaceted leadership style. Right?
It has to.
And we've said it before, where certain kids will gravitate towards you, certain kids will gravitate towards Sammy, certain for me, and all that kind of stuff. And that's the multifaceted leadership approach that we're looking
100,
for.
man.
So as soon as you got the one that's, nope, as soon as something bad happens there, you send them over this direction, you do that, you start to get those conflicts and that angst happening in there. But that's where you gotta hash it out. You gotta figure it out, and then that's where that carrot and stick comes in. It's, hopefully the leader is good enough to say, you know what, that's cool. I like your ideas. Let's work this kind of thing out.
I work for a great organization.
You do.
I'm left to do my own thing. I don't have to answer to the guy who owns the company. You know what I'm saying? His name is on the company and everything like that. But he allows us to go out and do our own thing. If I get a new client right now, I don't gotta talk to him like, yo, I got a client. You feel me? That's my client. You feel me? And I put everything is under me. You feel me? Even though
that's incredible, man.
Dog, that's an organ, like right there. I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? I'm going out in the streets looking for clients, and he getting rich.
Man, you're going over there. You're planting wasps in people's backyards. It looks like you've got a problem over here. That's not actually happening, people. Come on now. It's legit.
But that's a motto that I admire right there. You know what I'm saying? Because you're allowing your people to go out, and bring in. You feel me? And you don't care, like to say, all right, I'm gonna micromanage
you're a fisherman.
Exactly. And you're just sitting there. You're good because you know that it's your company, and the people that are coming in, even though they get in the cut, the rest is coming to you. That's leadership. That's smartness. That's why it's a multi-million-dollar company. You feel me? Because you're allowing your people that are underneath, and you listen to them too.
Yeah, but he is humble though too.
That's
he
100.
has learned something. If you get a chance to talk to him about how he
100.
made it there, where he has the opportunity to double his paycheck if he were just to take an extra 2% from you, and why he doesn't. Right. That's a conversation I want to hear, man. Because holy cow.
A lot of you gotta be a leader follower. That's a term that I heard before. A leader follower. So you're leading, but at the same time you're following. So just because this person is underneath you, don't mean that you're way smarter than they is. It just means that maybe you had an opportunity that they didn't have. So you can listen to them, sit down, chill out, and listen to what they gotta say. Because at the end of the day, they might have the smartest idea that might take your vision to the next level. But a lot of times we just feel like, oh, this is my company, this is my people. They're not your people. They know what I'm saying? Listen, just because they're working for you does not mean that they're your people. Your company ceases to be your company when you have people working for you. You know what I mean? Because these people are the ones that are carrying your vision. Respect them, honor them. You know what I mean? Do whatever you can to make sure that their burden is light. Don't be all over their shoulders and say, what did you do today? All of these things right here. That's just not good leadership. You're stressing people. You know what I mean? But if you know how it is to be under a person like that, you in turn don't want to be that kind of a leader. You know what I'm saying? Because you just feel like, nah, I don't want people to feel stressed when they come to work. I want them to reproduce. I want them to produce good stuff out here. So I'm gonna give them the liberty to do what they gotta do. For sure. You brought up a good point on Gmail. What is it? Google. You know what I'm saying?
Flow in and out whenever you want.
100, man. And that's the way it is. Don't give I don't get it. You just gotta be free enough to understand. It's a mental slavery. You gotta be free. Bob Marley said it, emancipate the people from slavery, mental slavery, because people are so enslaved to thinking that, if I give this person power, they're going to take over.
Yeah. It's true. It's true.
You feel like, dog, you're going to take over. People are going to gravitate towards you because you got a pull on them. Yeah. Nah, as long as you're a good leader, these guys that are under you, they will always honor you. They say, dog, I'm not here for that. Yeah. I'm not here for all of that. All I'm here is to see that your vision go through. Because I got my own vision that's coming up. It's a fruitful vision. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be greedy to come through and overtake you like this. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, we gotta grow. We gotta grow up.
So I've been processing this thought as I've been talking there, because it's been just doing things in my head here, and I was going to start with the statement of saying, so how come out of the past maybe 30, 40 years of leadership that these concepts, we're not the first guys to say you gotta be a leader follower. Yeah. We're not paving any new ground here. We're just having a discussion about it. And I thought, okay, 40 years, nobody's getting it, or there's a small amount of companies that are succeeding, but still, overall, there's exactly what you were talking about, where these leaders are, whoa, I'm going to hold that guy a little bit back, because as soon as he gets good, he's going to look smarter than me. He's going to that's fine. Okay, we'll find a way to help them people get to the better leadership. And then it occurred to me, humans have been doing exactly that other model for tens of thousands of years, right? Yeah. You take a look at the Egyptian pharaohs, you take a look at all those guys, they're the dictators. Yes. They're the ones that said, no, you do it this way, it's going to be the stick, and if you don't, and that was considered leadership. Yeah. Right? Sure, they were fruitful, their people might not have been. I mean, we see that even now in Mexico, where there's this huge separation between the poverty and the wealthy, and in Haiti with Sammy over here, huge separations between government people and the regular population, right? I mean, that's still happening today. Yeah. So I had to check myself on that going, how come nobody's getting it? 40 years. It's because we're fighting against thousands of years of oppression and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I mean, even the black slavery movement was the same thing. We were doing that not even that long ago, not even 100 years ago. We were doing that as leadership, by dictation, is North America is wealthy thanks to your people. You know what I mean?
100, yes.
So, I mean, do we have another 100 years? Do we got to go before people start? Is that where it's going? Yeah. I mean, I like to think we're contributing well enough that in our lifetime we're going to see the fruits of this labor. Yeah.
It's interesting because even now, we're working hard to bring out this material to people, to awaken people. We got dogs like Joe Benjamin out here, in the streets. He's doing his thing, and people are actually getting helped. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I want to make money. I want my family to go on vacations and not put it on a credit card. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I actually know that I got money in my account. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go in debt. I want to live a good life. Yeah. I want my children to go to the best schools out here in the streets. But how can I do it? And if you can find somebody who can take you biblically and tell you that, all right, you can actually be wealthy. Yeah. You can actually take your children and you can actually go to the best restaurants and eat these good things. Yeah. I'm going to show it to you biblically. We come against those people.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that's so frustrating as well, is that we see that as soon as you're successful as a pastor or anything within a church movement, suddenly something's wrong.
Something's wrong.
You're not allowed to enjoy life when you're a leader in a church. Right. You're not allowed to go to the keg. You're supposed to go to McDonald's. You're not allowed to go on a trip overseas because you're not supposed to be able to afford that. I don't understand how charitable organizations, just because you're charitable or a nonprofit or anything like that, doesn't mean that those people in those positions aren't allowed to have a life.
100.
I don't understand that. So me within the congregation can go and tour the world for 8 months out of the year and nobody will ever say anything in the church. Dog. Yeah. Say nothing. Yeah. But as soon as our good friend Sammy here, he has to fundraise, just to make it overseas to his hometown and help people over there. Yeah. And then as soon as he has a stake over there, Sammy, what are you doing with all of our money? How come you're over there?
You know what it is though. Like when you are working for a charitable organization, you are at the mercy of the people. You feel me? The people that are giving, they feel like they own you. Okay.
You're right. You're right.
So this is where now, as a pastor, you gotta be smart enough to say, I'm gonna venture and do my own thing. Like I'm giving the example of Joe Benjamin. He has his own businesses. He's in his 30s. You feel me? This kid flies first class. Nobody in his congregation go ask him because he buys it himself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The problem is when you're waiting for somebody else saying that, all right, at the end of the month, I'm waiting for the charitable giving for me to pay my bills. Yeah. Then you're at the mercy of the people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's like in a company, you're at the mercy of the boss. You feel me? This is where the difference is that when you do your own thing, this is why I'm saying this, that as a leader, as a church or whatever, you gotta have a model of your own self to say, this is my out. Yeah. I got my own thing. I'm going into real estate, buy my own houses, put people in those houses. That's gonna be my money. A lot of these preachers that I like, they don't get no money from the church, so they do their thing. Yeah. They don't care what, they can drive a Ferrari, they can do whatever because they don't get no money from the church.
Yeah, so but when the congregation though goes in and interrupts your process because of that though, is that a time where you need to turn to those people and have a good heart-to-heart? Or do you just let them get upset? Do you let them, because I mean, that has, all churches have been affected by that, where somebody in the congregation is going to start this spark that says, no, man, that's my tithing that's going to that guy's vacation, I do see that there is a shift coming along where it's, not so bad. I mean, Joel Osteen got just blasted for those Houston floods over there for not opening the church doors fast enough. Even at the risk of injury to other people. He could have opened his doors with the building on fire and it still would have not been fast enough for people.
100.
And you know what I mean is that there needs to be a congregational shift there as well, where, you know what, that guy's doing him. We got to go do us. We got to be good followers to this guy, because overall, the vision of his church has not been changed because of these floods or because he has a $10 million house or anything like that. Just follow the guy if you like his message.
So check this out. Check this out, though, right? Why is it that a lot of people in this church, this church is always full? Yeah. Because he preaches a message that resonates with them, right? So then when he comes now and says, okay, maybe I got a private jet or whatever, you don't care because he's not getting a salary. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's got books. Yeah. You got to have merchandise. If you got something that you have, people will just say, whatever, he's selling books. Yeah. He's got cars.
But then there's a problem because then now they're perceived as glorifying themselves instead.
Well, if you teach people... Say, for example, we're talking about tithing, right? If you teach people about tithing, I've sat in churches for years and they've never talked about tithing.
It's taboo.
It's taboo. You got to talk about that. Because if you teach people, then it's easier to say, oh, I'm giving this is for God. Yeah. Whatever this pastor uses it for, that's between him and God. So you don't care if he goes on vacation and stuff. You don't. That's not, because that's God's money to begin with. You feel me? But a lot of churches don't preach that. Yeah. So then the moment that you say you got a little bit of money, they're gonna be like, "That's my money."
Well, exactly, because then it sounds like the you as the leader is begging for their money. It gets perceived as that. Yes. And then going on holidays, even though the holiday might be to teach other people about God in Russia, for example. Yeah. It's still, that's my money going on your vacation. Exactly. So is that one of the things you're suggesting then, is that we need to teach people better about how, not necessarily how leadership is spending money, because it's not about the money. No. It's about the vision and getting there. So we need to...
If you teach people, like, okay, so why are these prosperity churches full right now? It's because they teach something. A lot of people are in trouble right now. They don't have money. They don't have jobs. Yeah. People are losing houses. They need that hope. You know what I'm saying? And that hope is coming through a pastor saying that, you can do it. You know what? You just believe in God, that God gonna bless you. Yeah. Believe that if you give, you're gonna receive. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it can come in different ways. Yeah. You know what I mean? But if I can listen to Joe and he's telling me like, Abe, you can do it. Invest your money in this. Yeah. Look at it from this right here. Look at the. I don't know what example he was using lately, and he was just saying, just do this. Try this thing model right here. Yeah. I tried it. It worked.
Yeah. We'll find the link. Yeah. And find out what it was. And you just brought up something really, really interesting. Is that I'm thinking what we should do on the show sometime is we should grab, one of the pastors that always gets lambasted by everybody else. Let's take a Joel Osteen sermon. Yeah. And we'll listen to it. let's remove all the give to God, heaven, just believe and all that. And I bet you underneath that message, we're going to find the whole, listen, you as an individual are capable of doing things. You just need to go and take your first step forward and go do this. You know, forgetting about leading up that way, because most people from the outside think that every single sermon is about just be a good person and you're going to go to heaven. Right. And they miss everything within the message. They miss the articles.
That's right. Because they don't broadcast the end and a lot of the beginnings of the services. So you just see 30 minutes.
Yeah. Of be a good person and go to heaven.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so we can't judge a person because of something that you see. Mm-hmm. You don't know this person. You don't know what they stand for. You've never sat with this person.
Yeah, maybe this is the 8th section of an 8-part series about getting there, where he wraps it all together about how to make that journey to bring something up. You know, we don't know.
100.
We don't know, man.
You know, like I want that, you know, when I have my child, that my child is set. Mm-hmm. And if I can learn that, how to do it from somebody in the business world, I will. Yeah. If I can learn it from a Joe, I'm going to learn it from a Joe. Mm-hmm. If I can learn it from somebody biblically, I'm going to do it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my passion. Yeah. That's what I want. You feel me? And if I find that, all right, I'm sick and tired of this feel good, this kind of light message, then I go deeper. I'm going to go to Ravi Zacharias. Mm-hmm. I'm going to listen to what he's preaching. I'm going to listen to John Piper. I'm going to listen to Timothy Keller. There's a guys that dig deeper, you know. But we need everybody. T.D. Jakes is in Zimbabwe right now. Mm-hmm. He was praying with President Robert Mugabe. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen a pastor in his state house. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
This guy made it.
He made it. Yeah. And he was praying with this president. Yeah. And we slam him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But what kind of pastor, which pastor has gone down there who preaches the unity in Christ? Who preaches that kind of stuff?
Hold on. I mean, we sent Dennis Rodman to go talk to North Korea. We're good. We're sending the right people to go do the right job. So you got an excellent.
We all have a place, something to do. We all have something to do. And the moment that we concentrate too much on the negative, we're going to miss everything that people are doing in the community.
It's a distraction. It's the greatest gift of the enemy, man.
100. Yeah. 100. It's a distraction. Because, if you are following, then you will know, okay, this is where this thing started. Yeah. This is where we at. But a lot of people, like the book Sammy gave us, they're just outside, they're following whatever. But, you got to follow if you say that you like this person, like his messages, know where he's coming from, know his story.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yes. Because a lot of these people are preaching from a place from where they were coming from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we can't knock them.
Because we don't know.
We don't know. Yeah. And the people in the congregation are the ones that know because they're there every Sunday. Mm-hmm. They're the ones that know what's going on. They're the ones that see their life change. They're the ones that see the things that's happening. Yeah. So we can never knock that person right there. Yeah. It's easier when it's a model of a company because there is certain things that we look at and say, all right, that company is failing or whatever. But when it comes to certain things of spiritual stuff, that's different. That's a different ballgame altogether. Yeah. And we gotta respect people, different gifts that we have. And if people, and now if you got a company and you know that, all right, I got somebody right here who doing their thing. I don't understand what they're doing, but they're being successful. Mm-hmm. They're reaching a demographic that I never could have reached.
Find out why. Yeah.
And be there for that person. Be there for that person right there. It's easier for somebody to just walk into a place and say, oh, you know what, I see my people right here, so I'm going to stick around. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But then if you come out and clip their wings, then it's going to be a little situation where you're just like, yo, I can't be here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let people grow. Let people be who they is. 100.
For sure. That's a great way to wrap it up, Abe. We're running to the end of the show on this one. Thanks for your words. I'm going to get those links, and I think we got a part 2 of this one that we can do at some point in time.
100.
So, man, I really like this one.
This one was good.
Leadership and following is one of those things that, if you can figure those things out and get people to be better followers, it'll make us better leaders, which in turn creates better leaders. You can do this tree all the way down and all that.
Yeah.
Shout out again to Pastor Sammy.
Hey yo.
You check out what he's doing with Inspired to Change and Haiti Arise. We got a mission trip coming up in 2018. We're going to help some people on over there. And another shout out to Leader Treks down in the States.
Leader Treks, we love
and then
y'all,
our
man.
biggest fans of Fetching Finn and the Joy Spot. We'll catch up with all of you soon. And that's Abe across from me. He's
100.
Conversations with Abe. We are the Two-Way Street.
Two-Way Street.
Have a good day.